another primary Tuesday, and in case you had missed that, there are a couple of states in play. Senator Ted Cruz didn't miss it. Remember, he suspended his campaign a week ago today. But then there's this. Watch.
If Nebraska were to somehow
it's not going to happen,
miraculously choose you tonight.
Pat's going for the Hail Mary.
Is there, I mean, if that happened, would you consider getting back in the race?
Well, I am not holding my breath. My assumption is that that will not happen. But listen, let's be very clear. If there is a path to victory, we launched this campaign intending to win. The reason we suspended the race last week is with Indiana's loss, I didn't see a viable path to victory. If that changes, we will certainly respond accordingly.
You know, people always like to talk about why they suspend, why they don't drop out, so on and so forth officially. Sometimes it can be about paying the bills and continuing to keep the coffers open so that they can do that. And then sometimes I guess it's about keeping your options open. But I do want to preface all of this by saying that Nebraska tonight has 36 delegates up for grabs in the GOP. So I don't know that that would be a game
That'll
changer.
certainly impact Ted Cruz's position.
36
delegates.
What do you think about this, though? He didn't say definitively, but it's on the table.
Just go. Just
go where?
Go away.
Oh, goodness.
Stop. I mean, are we going to go state by state? If Nebraska just by chance happens to like me, then I'll get on. Then if we go to another state and they don't like me, I'll get off. You've made the decision to suspend your campaign. Stay with one decision. This is what should happen. Move on. You don't want to support Donald Trump. He's made it very clear in that regard. But the point is why come in and muddle situations even more? Isn't it time? I just keep thinking the GOP at some point is going to have a revelation or epiphany that says we really need to figure out who we want to be the nominee, and let's all get behind that individual.
All right, Julie, you've worked on campaigns before. Have you ever seen anything quite like it?
Okay, call me Pollyanna, all right?
This campaign, never.
No.
But I'm a little concerned about our friend Glenn Beck. I feel like he's going through stages of grief. I mean, acceptance is a stage he needs to get to because he's the one that's asking, are you going to get back in? Is it possible? Is it
not over yet? Is it,
Teddy? It's not over. I mean, like, give up the ghost, Glenn Beck.
But who does that help? Who does that help? I mean, I think it helps Donald Trump. I mean, he needs Ted Cruz to complete his narrative. He doesn't. I mean, that's why he's talking about, oh, Paul Ryan, I don't know if we really need to bring the party together. I don't know if I'm going to meet with you. I don't know what I'm going to do at the convention. He needs to keep this whole narrative going of it's me against the whole entire world. That's what keeps his followers energized and out there voting.
I wonder if he's. But I don't think he needs Ted Cruz to do that. He has Paul Ryan now.
That was one of the saddest things I've ever listened to. I mean, I'm serious. Like, but is there maybe? And he's like, yeah, maybe. And I'm like, wow, delusional self-confidence like that must make life pretty fun. I don't know.
You know, I do want to point out, though, I don't know if, in fact, Donald Trump has said he wouldn't meet with Paul Ryan. I don't think that that's happened at all. I think that the door has been open. It's just what he's saying is, look, we can meet, and if we don't agree, we don't have to unify in order for him to win.
I think they do need to unify, and that's the difficulty here. You know, the person that he needs to vilify is not Ted Cruz or Paul Ryan or anybody else. It needs to be the Democrats. It needs to be Hillary Clinton. The more we start engaging in this whole concept of are they getting together, do they hate each other, this whole Twitter back and forth, this whole PR statement back and forth, it takes attention away from who Donald Trump needs to focus on, which is Hillary Clinton.
But there's 6 months left. There's 6 months left.
I like what Speaker Ryan said. It's like Donald's upset that he just didn't jump on right away. And I understand that. This is just the way Donald's personality is. Come on board with me. It looks like I'm the guy. Come on board with me. But I like the fact is let's sit down. Let's have a meeting. Let's sit down and talk. He didn't say he wouldn't support him. Right. He just wants a little more information, and I think that's very wise.
Okay. Look, I have said it before. I think it's entirely interesting that the Democrats are still have two candidates, even though you think Bernie's not viable. Right. But the Republicans were down to one. And now again, if that door opens back up, you're right back to where you started.
But are they really down to one?
Yeah, it did sound like it from that. Maybe not.
I'm not sure.